Hey everyone! Welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about something really important for January 2025, the Social Security payment schedule. The start of a new year is always a time for fresh beginnings, setting goals, and getting organized, especially when it comes to your finances. Whether you're budgeting for bills, groceries, or healthcare, knowing exactly when your Social Security benefits will arrive can help you make a huge difference in your planning. If you're someone who relies on Social Security for retirement, disability, survivors, spousal, or veterans benefits, understanding the payment schedule is key. It's also a big month because January marks the first payment with the 2025 Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA. And that increase is already built into your benefits this month, which means you'll likely see a slightly higher amount hitting your account compared to last year. Before we break down all the payment dates, let's quickly talk about what the COLA means for you. Every year, the Social Security Administration adjusts benefits to help offset the rising costs of essentials like food, housing, and healthcare. This adjustment is tied to inflation, using something called the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers. Basically, it's a way to make sure that as prices go up, your benefits don't lose their value over time. For January, the updated COLA will take effect, and this year's increase is 2.5%. While that's a little lower than last year's 3.2% adjustment, it still means more money in your pocket each month. However, many of you have shared with me and the community that the COLA increase doesn't feel like enough to keep up with rising costs for essentials like food, housing, and healthcare. With inflation continuing to drive up everyday expenses, it's understandable that many of you are hoping for a larger adjustment to truly ease the financial strain. Now, let's go over the January 2025 payment schedule so you can mark your calendar and plan ahead. If you've been receiving Social Security benefits since before May 1997, your payment will arrive on January 3rd, which is a Friday this year. This date also applies to anyone receiving both Social Security and Supplemental Security Income, SSI. So, if that's you, be sure to note January 3rd as the date to expect your deposit. For those who started receiving Social Security after May 1997, your payment date depends on your birthday. Here's how it works. If your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th of any month, you'll get your payment on the second Wednesday, January 8th. If your birthday is between the 11th and the 20th, your payment will arrive on the third Wednesday, January 15th. And if your birthday falls between the 21st and the end of the month, your payment will show up on the fourth Wednesday, which is January 22nd. Now, for those receiving SSI, here's where it gets a little different. Normally, SSI payments arrive on the 1st of the month. But since January 1st is a federal holiday, the SSA will send out your payment a day earlier on December 31st, 2024. So even though it might feel like you're getting an extra check in December, it's actually your January 2025 payment arriving ahead of schedule. And here's something important to note, SSI recipients will also receive their February 2025 payment early on January 31st. That's because February 1st falls on a Saturday, and when that happens, the SSA moves the payment to the last business day of the previous month. So, even though it will show up at the end of January, it's just your February payment arriving early, not an extra payment. If you're receiving SSI and wondering why you saw two payments in December and January, this is the reason. Your December payment arrived early on November 29th due to the weekend, and your January and February payments are being shifted because of holidays and weekends. This schedule ensures that you receive your funds on time, no matter what. This January SSI payment will also reflect the new COLA increase. For individuals, the maximum federal benefit will increase to $967, and for married couples, it'll rise to $1,450. It's a modest bump, but even small increases can help cover rising costs for things like food, rent, and medical bills. Speaking of rising costs, if you're enrolled in Medicare Part B, there's another update to be aware of. The standard monthly premium is increasing from $174.70 to $185, which is a $10.30 increase. Most Medicare enrollees have this premium automatically deducted from their Social Security payments, so it's something to factor into your budget when looking at your new COLA-adjusted benefit amount. Another big change coming in January involves how Social Security offices operate. Starting January 6th, the SSA will require you to schedule an appointment for most in-person services at their field offices. This change is meant to reduce wait times and improve the customer experience. However, if you're part of a vulnerable population, military personnel, or facing an urgent situation, you can still walk in without an appointment. Now let's talk about the earnings test for those working while collecting Social Security. If you haven't yet reached full retirement age and are earning more than $23,400 in 2025, the SSA will withhold $1 for every $2 you earn above that limit. For those reaching full retirement age this year, the threshold is higher, $62,160, and the SSA will withhold $1 for every $3 you earn above that amount. Once you hit full retirement age, there's no earnings limit, and any previously withheld benefits will be recalculated back into your monthly payment. And for anyone planning ahead, the income threshold for earning Social Security work credits is also increasing. In 2025, you'll earn 1 credit for every $1,810 in wages, and you can earn up to 4 credits for the year once your earnings reach $7,240. These changes may seem small on their own, but they add up over time, whether you're receiving benefits now or planning for the future. Keeping up with updates like COLA, Medicare premiums, and payment schedules helps you make informed decisions and stay in control of your finances. So as you move into January, take a moment to review your updated benefit amount, mark down those payment dates, and adjust your budget as needed. Knowing when your payments are coming in and how much to expect is a great way to start the year on solid financial footing. It's also worth considering how these changes to Social Security and SSI fit into your broader financial plans for 2025. Whether you're relying on these payments to cover daily essentials or using them to offset larger expenses like rent or medical bills, having a clear strategy can help you stretch your benefits further. For example, tracking your spending and looking for ways to cut back on non-essential costs can create some breathing room in your budget. You might also explore programs or resources in your community that can help with housing, food, or utilities, especially as costs remain high. Even small adjustments can make a big difference over time, helping you feel more secure and confident heading into the new year. So that's all for now. If you found this information helpful, feel free to leave a comment below with any questions or thoughts. I love hearing from you and helping you navigate these updates. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Social Security news and financial tips. Thanks for joining me today. Happy New Year, and I'll see you next time.